Have you ever been told that something you loved, something you believed in, was wrong, trashy, or just not acceptable? On this day, in 1885, one of the greatest books ever written hit American shelves for the very first time. And within 30 days, the librarians of a very proper Massachusetts town decide it is, and I am quoting here, suitable only for the slums. Stay with me until the end, because what happens next is one of the most satisfying moments in the entire history of American literature. To understand this story, you need to know a little about the man who wrote it. Mark Twain, born Samuel Clemens in Missouri in 1835, is not your typical serious literary author. He is funny, sharp, wildly opinionated, and absolutely incapable of pretending that something is fine when it is not. He grew up along the Mississippi River, working as a printer's apprentice, a riverboat pilot, and a silver miner before he ever became a writer. The muddy, complicated, beautiful, and sometimes terrible real life that most people in polite society would rather not discuss. His previous book, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, had been a hit. Readers loved it. So, when Twain starts working on a follow-up featuring Tom's best friend Huck Finn, everyone is expecting more of the same. A fun adventure, a light read. What he delivers instead takes him 8 years to write, and it is something else entirely. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn is the story of a young boy named Huck who fakes his own death to escape an abusive father, and then floats down the Mississippi River on a raft with a man named Jim, who is running away from slavery. And here is what makes it remarkable for 1885. Huck, this rough, uneducated, barefoot boy, gradually comes to see Jim not as property, not as a runaway, but as a human being, a friend, someone worth risking everything for. In a country that had only ended slavery 20 years earlier, in a literary world where stories about Black Americans almost always cast them in the background, Twain writes Jim as the moral center of the entire book. Strong, wise, generous, and brave. The whole novel is written in Huck's voice, in the real dialect of the rural South, with bad grammar, colorful slang, and all the rough edges of actual human speech. Twain had worked for years to get every word exactly right. On February 18th, 1885, it was finally published in America. Within weeks, publishers have already received over 50,000 orders. The book is flying off the shelves. And then, the Concord Public Library in Massachusetts holds a meeting. The committee reviews Huckleberry Finn and reaches a verdict. One member declares it has very little humor. Another finds it couched in the language of a rough, ignorant dialect. A third calls it with tremendous confidence, flippant, and trash of the various sort. They vote to ban it, the first library in America to do so, but far from the last. Now, here is where this story gets truly wonderful. Word gets back to Mark Twain, and Twain, being absolutely Twain about it, writes to his editor with barely contained delight. The Concord Library, he says, has condemned Huck as trash and only suitable for the slums. This will sell us another 25,000 copies for sure. He is right. The Hartford Courant reports that the ban will only cause people to buy the book out of curiosity, and that they will discover to their, and I love this phrase, indignant disappointment that there is nothing objectionable in it after all. Sales explode. The controversy spreads the book farther than any advertisement ever could. Today, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn has sold more than 20 million copies and has been translated into over 50 languages. It has never once gone out of print in 140 years. Today, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn has sold more than 20 million copies and has been translated into over 50 languages. It has never once gone out of print in 140 years. And here is the part that makes you smile. The Concord Public Library? It sits in the same town where Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry David Thoreau once lived and wrote, the brightest intellectual center in 19th century America. And they banned the book that would eventually be called the greatest American novel ever written. Here is what I want you to take away from this story today. Twain did not write Huckleberry Finn to win awards or to please committees. He wrote it because he had something true to say about the world he had grown up in. Something about friendship and freedom and the courage to do the right thing, even when everyone around you says it is wrong. He wrote from his own life, from his own memories, from the specific, irreplaceable, one-of-a-kind experience of being Samuel Langhorne Clemens, who grew up in a small Missouri River town and saw everything that mattered about human nature play out right there on those muddy banks. And that makes me think about you, because you have a story like that too. Maybe it is not a novel, but there are people in your life, moments from your past, memories of your family, things that only you witnessed and only you can tell, that are worth writing down. Think about the stories your parents or grandparents told you, the ones that made you laugh or cry or understand something about your family you had never quite grasped before. Those stories are not small. They are irreplaceable, and the people who come after you, your children, your grandchildren, the ones who are not even born yet, deserve to know them. Have you ever thought about writing those stories down, not to be published, not to be famous, but just so they would not disappear? The stories that only you can tell are a legacy more valuable than anything else you could leave behind. Now, let me ask you something directly. I am putting together a free guide for History Spark subscribers that walks you through exactly how to start writing your own family stories, step by step, no writing experience needed, no pressure at all. Just a simple, warm path to capturing the moments and the people who made you who you are. Would that be something you would want? Drop a yes in the comments right now and let me know. It would be my gift to you, completely free for our community. Every single day on History Sparks, there is a story just like this one waiting for you. Real people, real moments, proof that the things the world tries to silence are almost always the things most worth saying. Subscribe to History Sparks right now and come back tomorrow. Your next favorite story is already waiting, and I cannot wait to share it with you.